Hello, y'all. This is Jeremiah Turner. I'm here with guest Kendel Givens, running back from Ouachita Baptist University, and this is the Players Perspective Podcast. All right, so Kendel, man, I know I gave you your name, but kind of introduce yourself to the people. Tell them where you're from, position you play, those kind of things.
So like JT said, my name is Kendel Givens. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm a senior running back here at Ouachita. Not really much to me, man. I'm a simple cat. So what you see is what you get with me, man.
Yeah, dog. I understand, doc. But all right, so let's dive right into it, man. I got a couple questions for you. So coming in, you graduated high school in 2020. I did as well. We both came in at the same time. Yes. I'm also a football player here at Ouachita Baptist University. And we came in during a very interesting time, man. We didn't actually have a season that year. The way we prepared was a little different. You could even say awkward compared to the rest of the way it was when we had actual season starting back in 21. So I would say, what was it like? A typical day in the life of Kendel Givens as a football player here at Ouachita. What does that look like from COVID, and then how does it look now that we're back into like the regular swing of things?
So COVID, like you said, COVID was weird because we didn't have a season. They originally they told us we were canceled, like our first couple of games, maybe 2 or 3 games was getting canceled, and then we would start the season up. So hearing that, I mean, we prepared for the season, and then they went ahead and told us that our season was canceled. And so for most guys and most seniors, they had to make a decision. Luckily, and we were blessed enough to only be freshmen, and so we had a chance to prepare, not only in football but also in the classroom, because what they did here was mask us up, and we went to class. They tried to keep COVID cases down, and as low as they can get them. But COVID wasn't like a depressed time for me. COVID was actually it was like a time for like preparation, because I prepare. I used it to prepare, and I remember calling my mama, and I was like, yeah, ma. They gave the wrong person another year to prepare, because I knew what I would do in that time to prepare. Not even just football wise, like I was talking about life. So it wasn't even just about ball for me in COVID. It was about school. It was about life. It was about growing for me. So while COVID was bad for some, it was actually pretty good for me, and then I never tested positive for COVID either. So it was a blessing. Yeah,
that's a blessing for sure. That's good. Okay, so now got that kind of see how it was during COVID. Walk us through a typical day for Kendel Givens now.
Okay, so I graduated last May. All right, so thank you. So I don't have to go to class, and so most guys on the most guys on the squad have to go to class. I don't, and so what I usually do on Tuesdays, I start with Tuesdays and Thursdays I have to work, and that works. I work in a bookstore downstairs, and then I also do a Arkansas high school football game day show, like a pregame show. Right. So I would do that. I would call coaches and interview them, and then come back Tuesday night to finish up the show. Me and Cooper Dar. And then Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, I'm off, right? So I use that day to get my body right and do some homework if I have to. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are basically like prep days. I'm pretty much done. I set my schedule like that. I don't have to report to a advisor or anything like that, but I'm pretty much done every day about at least 12 o'clock. And so about 1 o'clock, I'm down at the facility getting some type of treatment or weights in the morning or something like that. So my day is really like how I want it, because my goal is to be a pro football player, and so I'm kind of using this as preparation, like as I did COVID, using this as preparation for my future.
That's all right, man. That's all right. I tell you something. That's a blessing. Boy, I go to class. Boy, I tell you, this is 9th year senior myself. I still got to get up early in the morning, boy. But anyway, that's good, man. It's always good to be prepared. Well, let's shift gears a little bit. I heard you say it wasn't just about football. You were getting ready, getting prepared, growing. In what ways did you mean you were growing if it weren't on the field?
Yes. So classroom, right? So I was blessed enough to go to a high school that prepared me for college. And so I graduated from Little Rock Christian Academy in Little Rock, Arkansas in 2020. And so we graduated back in July. We were actually here. Yeah. We were here and they had to go back home to graduate. That was a fun deal right there. But yeah, no, it was about life, man. And so God started to do things in my life to prepare me for now, really. He started to move some things around and just kind of exposed me a little bit, man, and made me depend on him more. And he placed me in some places where I never thought I'd be. And then he gave me some success, and then he gave me some losses, man. And so and I used them all for his glory, you know, and I also used them to learn. And so that's kind of the growth process, and I'm still growing now. And
right.
But the progress from 2020 is tremendous, and so that's kind of like for me, you know what I'm saying? That's for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, how would you say that your relationship with God has grown since you've been here? I know we're at a Christian university, and people typically think you go to Christian university, you're going to automatically grow in faith. But I see a lot of people that come here and they don't have any growth in their faith. How has just being in this environment helped you grow your faith?
Man, it came down to the crowd I was hanging around, and I wasn't hanging around a bad one. I was really hanging around a crowd that was pushing me a little bit. Jason Jackson and Kendel Purefoy, man, those two guys right there really pushed me, and so it was more so like okay, I want a relationship with Jesus, and I want to get intentional. I want to get purposeful, and so let's see how deep I can get. Let's see how deep I can get. And so that you know, man, and like I said, it's crazy to see how from 2020 to now, my relationship, how it's grown. It's funny that you asked that, because about 2 or 3 days ago, I had to start a new journal for me getting my word every morning. And that was really, it started from January to now. And so that kind of got me emotional a little bit, man. I was looking at that and I was like, man, that's awesome right there. And so I'm hoping and praying that me and God continues on this journey that we're on right now, and trying to move at his pace.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Just being able to have guys that can help you too along the way is a blessing. It's the Bible says, whether 2 or 3 guys in His name, He'll be in the midst. That's awesome, man. Well, let's move on, man. Let's move quite on back into football now. Okay. So, all right, we all know that it's certain games of the season that we prepare a little different. We our blood gets a little bit more warm than it typically does. So, with that being said, what game typically during the season is your favorite one to play or even prepare for it?
Man, it changes year round. Like when I first got here, so 21, 21 was our first season.
Right on.
I had no idea what Arkansas Tech would be like. But for some reason, I was just ready to play them. I didn't know, it's so weird. But so right now it's really just whoever is next up. Like I don't really have a favorite. I have games where I'm like, okay, I want to do good against those guys, because the previous year or maybe a year before that, I didn't do as well as I wanted to. Right. So I have games where I'm like, okay, I want to have a complete ball game. I want to come out firing on all cylinders, and I want my team to do well, because maybe we didn't do well in the first half and we did well in the second half. I just want to play a complete game as a team. Right. So I really don't have a favorite atmosphere. I can answer that one for you. Oh, okay. I have a couple of those. So when we go down to Southeast Oklahoma State, that's a fun one right there. And again, I've only been once. But the time that we went down there, man, it was their senior day, and they were rocking, man. They had everybody in the city there, and the first play of the game, I think, was a touchdown pass. First play of the game was a touchdown pass, and the crowd was rocking. I was like, okay, yeah, this will be a fun one. And we were fortunate enough to come out on top with the victory right there. And then Harding, of course, their environment is always crazy. There and then going there, or there and then going, or them playing here. Honestly, the Battle of the Ravine, I like playing here more than I like going over there, just because how our stadium is set up.
Yeah, it's fun.
Our stadium is set up, everything is like close up on you. Henderson is like a big track around, and then like the stands is far. But that's always a fun one, just because of the festivities, the history, tradition behind that game right there. But yeah, I have some atmospheres I like to play in. I'm not sure about favorite games though.
I like that. That's a good answer. I like the atmosphere too, man. It can definitely get jumping around that time.
100%.
Games.
100%.
It's awesome. So maybe not a favorite game to like to play in, but do you have a favorite sports memory or play that has occurred so far in your career? This could be high school and college.
I have 3 that come to mind. Okay. First one, high school. Okay, we were playing our rivals, Pulaski Academy, and it kind of like goes into one because it's 2 separate memories in one. That makes sense. So there was a video my junior year. We played them in the state championship game my junior year, and there was a video of their head coach at their pep rally, ripping a shirt, and that may have been my senior. The junior year was when the one at their pep rally. Well, I think it was their defensive coordinator was talking like, this is the year that they think that they're going to, and we end up beating them 52-21 maybe, 52-36, maybe something like that, man. Yeah. We had 52 points. I do remember that, though. Right. We won that one, but then the next year, so the following year, we play them at home, and it comes down to the wire, and our kicker then is the starting kicker for Baylor right now. Wow. 60, I think it was a 60-yarder, 50-yarder, something like that, something crazy. Won at the last second field goal. And then that video, another video went viral of their coach ripping the T-shirt because some kids at our school went to their schools and put like a shirt on their like statue bear. And so he ripped it all up and, did all of that. And they came over to Little Rock Christian and went back on the bus packing, dark bus ride across town. And then in college, right? So 2 in college, man. Our teammate Melvin Comwinda, he got baptized in front of the whole team. That was really special. And most people won't understand unless you know Melvin. Most people won't understand how special that is, but that was a special moment. And then going to Southeastern last year, or 2 years ago rather, we were in a hotel at this resort that we stay in, and man, we were up. Me and some of the guys were up watching WWE. And just having a good old time. We ordered some red velvet cheesecake, Doc. I don't even think we supposed to be eating that before the game. Oh, yeah. But, Doc, it was so fun because all we was doing was laughing, man. Hey. All we did was laugh and laugh and laugh. And it's just those times when you're on the road with your guys, those times, you can't get those times back. So I really cherish those type of moments right there. Yeah.
That's all right, man. Yeah, you probably wasn't supposed to be eating that. That right there, but I don't blame you.
Look, I'm a red velvet cake away from being on that doggone line. So
yeah, well, you and me both, Doc. Okay, man. Good. Let's move right along, man. I want to ask you now, what are your plans after you leave Ouachita? I know you already mentioned that you want to play in the NFL, but what are you majoring in? What other routes do you have that you're looking at besides the NFL?
So I graduated with a communications degree. My undergrad was in communications, and I'm pursuing my master's right now in curriculum and instruction. And so, yes, the ultimate goal is to play football. I've worked all my life for it and made some sacrifices for it. My mom and family has made sacrifices for it. And so it'd be really, really cool to see that come into play and my dreams become a reality right there. But, man, the Lord has been on my heart here lately and tugging on my heart about ministry and affecting my community. That's been a dream of mine as well. And so just because, so in 2021, man, God put me in Golden, Missouri, in the woods. I don't do the woods at all, dog. We don't do the woods.
Do the woods, dog.
And so he put me in the woods, though, man, and at a camp, man, Kids Across America, KAA. And that was really the kickstart of my fire for my passion for working with kids, man, and just being a rock in their life, a lot in their lives, something that we didn't have growing up for me. So just being that for them, man. And so the Lord has been tugging on my heart for ministry. So that I'll tell you in a perfect world, right? I would love to walk out of football on my own, own will, Okay, and I would love to go into broadcasting, and I would love to go into finding a church, planting myself in a church, me and my family. If the Lord, blesses me to have a family, plant us in a church, and I would love to work in their youth ministry, man. That would be so awesome. And I believe that I can spread the word in NFL locker rooms, CFL locker rooms, UFL locker rooms, man. That'll be so awesome because I'm realizing now, man, like everything that I've done football wise, whether it's anything that I've done, it's not been for me.
Right.
It's not been for me, and I've never just played ball for notoriety or anything like that. It's always been a purpose behind me playing ball, and so while most people don't know that, the reason I play ball is because there's something when people watch me play, man. It's something more than just that guy can run or that guy's hard to bring down. It's more so like I'm telling the story of my life when I'm playing ball, and I'm telling the story of man, if he can do it. Good grief, I know this next guy can do it. And so that's kind of, so my plans, I have a lot of plans, dude. Man, if I told you everything I want to do, we'd be here all night. We'd be all night.
That's all right, man. Like you said, man, I'm a firm believer in Christ myself too, man. And everything you do, you need to do it for God, man. I know in today's world, society, there's so many obstacles and challenges that come upon us, whether we want them or sometimes we volunteer ourselves into them with the choices and the actions and the things we do. But in everything we do, we need to try to keep the main thing.
Absolutely.
So that's good, man. Well, let me ask you this. Whatever you do first, if you go to the NFL or step into broadcasting first or whatever, what will you miss the most about your time and experience at OBU?
Oh, wow. The family. The family aspect of it. Like I said, man, I was fortunate enough to go to a school like this in high school where the family, the culture, is just, man, different. And not everybody can come here and thrive. And so the Lord has put people in my life to where I can cling on to them. I've made some mistakes here and learn from them. And it's just, man, just the whole thing in general, man. Sitting down doing this. I can't really just pinpoint one thing because it's just, man, it's just a special place. Arkadelphia is a special place because there's nothing to do here. And so while there's nothing to do here, you have to kind of make your own fun. And again, that COVID year really showed me that because it's not Fayetteville, so we can't go bowling or we can't go skating. It ain't no bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So most of the times, man, we were sitting up in the room watching football, having conversations, really learning about each other. So those are the things like that, man. It's not really just one thing. It's just all as a collective, man. I'm going to miss Arkadelphia because it forced me to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. 100%.
That's all right, man. That's good. That's really good. And I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way. I come into a place that has less than 10,000 people.
Yeah.
When you're from a place that has over 100,000, can be a shock in a bunch of different ways. And like you said, it just makes you become a family, man. It makes you become a real close-knit, tight group and be family. So what I ask you now is, what would you like to leave your family here at Ouachita, and what would you like to tell to your new family? Because once a Tiger, always a Tiger.
Absolutely.
New guys that are coming in the next recruiting class, or even just freshmen that are coming to Ouachita as students in whatever department they may be in.
Yeah, I would want people to remember. I would want people to remember like how much I grew, and that I wasn't rooted in just one thing here. It was never it was never just about ball for me, and it never has been, and it never will be. That's the one thing I want people to know that and remember that doggone Kendel Givens, man, when he stepped on campus, he loved on everybody, and I love like that because Jesus loved me like that, and so I try to love on my smile. I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing. I'm loud, when you see me on campus, I'm loud, and that's for a reason, because you never know what nobody's going through. I get that a lot from you, Doc, because you know.
Yeah.
So that's what I want people to remember is I loved everybody, right? And so for the incoming Tigers or whoever want to give OBU a chance, I say give it a chance. Don't come in with no expectations. Give it a chance. Open up a little bit. Step out of your comfort zone. Because I had no intentions of coming here. This was the last thing on my list to come to OBU, and now look, you know what I'm saying? It's the best thing I ever could have done in the past 5 years.
That's awesome.
100%. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, man, we thank you, man, for just coming in and sitting in with us and talking to all these future and prospective Tigers that will be coming in. We thank you for the words you gave, just about telling us a little bit about who you are. But I got one more thing for you before we let you go, Doc. So, word on the street is, Kendel Givens is, like you said, a lot more than just a football player. I heard you can sing a little bit. Yeah, dog. I heard you can sing a little bit, dog. Would you mind blessing us with just a quick snippet of something? I know you like that old school. Just give me something a little old, dog.
Nah, you hear me sniffing.
Nah, you might be sniffing, but you can still sing it, dog.
I'm sniffing. My voice is tired. I'm tired.
Man.
But word on the street is you can sing, dog.
Well, we're not here to talk about me on today. Yeah, nah, we here to talk about you. Well, I tell you what, we sing something together. Just a quick 10 seconds. What you think about that? What you want to hear?
What were we singing at practice the other day?
What were we singing?
I don't know.
Oh, it's one of them Lee Williams songs. I know.
Through it.
Yeah. Go ahead, just give me a little bit of that. Because sometimes somebody needs to hear that. Somebody needs to hear that.
Lied on.
Many times I've been lied on. Yeah. What's it? But I'm still here.
That's it, dog.
All right.
They got to pay for the rest, dog.
Yeah, they got to pay for the rest. Yeah, baby, the rest. Well, all right, then. This is Jeremiah Turner, and this is Kendel Givens. We thank y'all for tuning in to the Players Perspective Podcast. See you next time. All right.